do with a number. It's about a state of mind. A decision to seize every day and make it yours. Some people have been alive for ages and never really lived. But that's okay. They'll figure it out. Or they won't. What are you waiting for?
Good morning. My name is Dylan Kimlin and I'm welcoming you to the GemLife 2023 Australian Pickleball Championships powered by the APP. Our first event for this morning is the Open Men's Singles. The gentlemen are currently warming up. Closest to camera, we have the captain of the Sydney Smash, captain consistent, Mitchell Hargraves. He's up against a gentleman that I don't believe I've broadcasted before, Aaron Johnson. Welcome, Aaron. I think it's fair to say you may have been stitched up with the draw. You've got a very hard opponent early on in these draws. We aren't up to finals or anything. Still going through the first stages of the open singles brackets.
Please, to court 5. Court 5.
It should be a good time. Final day of the Australian Pickleball Championships. We have got all of our singles events on today. With all of our sporting events that have occurred over the weekend with the AFL and NRL Grand Finals, you might be a little bit sported out. For any of our international viewers, two of our largest sporting codes had their major events, major finals on the weekend, so sports frenzy here in Australia at the moment. Soon to be the third largest, or third other large sporting event will be the Australian Pickleball Championships. This was the largest tournament, we still are in the middle of it, is the largest pickleball tournament in the Southern Hemisphere, the third largest outside of the United States, and it was absolutely tremendous. We covered the hybrid and co-ed events on Friday. Saturday we had gender doubles. Yesterday we had the mixed doubles. And today we have all of our singles events. If you want to catch any of that footage, please go over to Pickleball Australia YouTube channel. Click on the live tab. You can see all of the games I've covered. Well over 40 hours worth of footage there to be looked at. Looks like the gentlemen are ready to get going. We can get stuck into it. 0-0. Hargraves immediately on attack, scoring the first point. These will be 3 games to 11, win by 2. As we are in the early stages, phenomenal shot once again. Hargraves already looking sharp as an arrow. We are in the early stages of this draw, so we don't have referees. That'll change as we get closer to the finals. That's just gone out. Hargraves aiming for the Triple Crown, taking the men's doubles, and then last night, solid approach here, that goes in. He took the men's doubles out with Joey Wild, and last night took out the mixed doubles with Amelia Schmidt, who I believe Schmidt is also going for the Triple Crown for the ladies' games. Ah, great shot, right in the corner. Johnson getting it back. So they'll be the ones to watch today. Can they pull off greatness? Oh, open paddle face, couldn't convert. You may have noticed the Johnson serve there clipped the net on the way through. That is okay. In the rules that we play here in Australia, net rules are, or let is a play on. Geez, Johnson ripped that one. I believe it went out, however. Hargraves a quick lead here. 5-0. Ooh, just wide. I was having a chat to a couple of the players. One of the superstars, Caden Hensel, as we were lining up for some caffeine this morning, and he was saying that there was a lot of the open players were discussing the possibility of doing singles first at the start of the tournament rather at the end, because let me tell you, there are some tired bodies out on the courts today. Joey Wild's game was just before this one, and he said the same boat, that there were singles specialists that had come and they hadn't played the entire event. That's a great shot there by Johnson to set that up. And as those players had been playing, or they hadn't been playing the entire weekend, and that's just gone wide, the players that had been playing, they've been playing for hours out in 35 to 38 degree Celsius heat, extreme wind conditions. It's fair to say if you're well rested, you may have a bit of an advantage. Nice shot. Speaking of extreme wind conditions, we have a timeout here by the looks of it from Johnson. We had a situation occur that I don't think I've ever seen at a tournament. So the wind was so bad last night here in Blacktown, or across Sydney rather, that we had multiple stalls and shops set up selling paddles and apparel and whatnot. Gazebos were quite literally, despite having sandbags and weights on them, quite literally thrown in the air. Poor old Tony Morgan from the Pickleball podcast and PB Sports, he's, I'm just looking across to the right now, his gazebo is, let's just say it's not going to be keeping the sun out of Tony's eyes anymore. It's a pile of rubble. Well left by Hargraves. So the wind was something else. Fantastic shot. Mitchell Hargraves warming up early. And that's gone long, and I have a feeling, yeah, that is 11-0. Hargraves will take game one. Quick and simple, and these experienced players know how important it is to get quick victories during the early stages of the tournament. Try and save as much energy as possible, for they know the finals matches later on, they're going to be versing top quality opposition. For Aaron Johnson, he's got to have a think about what strategies he has in play. And that's the beautiful thing about singles. I've always referred to it, it's a very humbling sport. You know exactly when you make an error. And all you can do is fix it up. And talking about errors, unfortunately, Johnson's serve goes long. Game 2 underway. Hargraves to bring it in, 0-0. Hargraves. Sheesh. Normally, personally, and let me know in the comments how many games it takes you to warm up, but personally, it takes me at least 4 games before I'm actually warm at a tournament. This is Hargraves' first that I've seen. He probably had a game before this one. And he is already ripping the ball. Doesn't take long for class to shine through. Great shot. See the top spin apply to the ball, dipping over the net. It sails long. For Johnson, on the other hand, it's going back to fundamentals, trying to reduce any errors. It's an interesting thing I've noticed about Hargraves is when he's returning the ball to his opponents, it seems he's always... It's not just passing the ball back, like he actually tries to apply spin. We'll see if he does it. Oh no, he's going to serve, so he's obviously not going to do it now, but... I remember speaking to PCI coach Mark Renison from Canada. He was saying that every little thing you do in pickleball needs to be counted, whether it's something like simple as drills, for example. Here in Australia, he believes we don't take drills seriously. That's an incredible shot by Johnson. Oh, he had the opportunity, had the pop-up. He's not happy with himself. Fair enough too. That was an amazing setup. We may see a timeout here. He's got to bounce back. We can see he's had some great shots. And I refer to Hargraves as captain consistent for a reason. And there's the timeout I expected. Hargraves, absolute minimal errors here. The gentlemen are having a breather. We're going to go through to a commercial break. Thank you to Engage. Mitchell Hargraves repping all the Engage gear at the moment. The official paddle, Pickleball Australia. We appreciate what they've done for the Australian pickleball scene. Quick timeout. Fellas are straight back into it. Currently 8-0. That's just gone wide. I'm back. Sorry, ball in booth. Another serving error there for Johnson. And in singles, I often use a quote that I spoke with Sarah Burr quite a long time ago now. It was probably maybe a year or two ago. It's a great shot. Hargraves calling that one out. But Burr referred to singles as an incredibly lonely game. You don't have anyone to rely on but yourself. Hargraves doesn't need to rely on anyone at the moment. Sheesh. Incredible prowess with the paddle. But things like unforced errors are They're your worst enemy in pickleball, in singles especially, sorry. Because you don't get a second serve like in doubles where your partner can have a go. Pop up, goes wide, side out. There's a match point here for Hargraves. Oozing class right now. Mitchell Hargraves takes the victory. Good experience for Johnson, however. Going up against one of the best players in Australia. Most people wouldn't say no to such an opportunity. Johnson will no doubt see you in future tournaments and look forward to covering your events. For Hargraves, he will continue on. Johnson will go down to the lower bracket. And after we just saw how Hargraves is striking the ball, no doubt he will feature heavily throughout events today. I'm going to close the stream for now. We'll be back live very shortly as our next open singles games continue. We're doing the men's games for now. The ladies singles events, I'm not too sure if they're on at the same time or later on, but thank you so much. We'll be back live soon.